Hey guys, Jared again with Freedom Fitness Unlimited. Today we're going to talk about nutrition. Now in the other video I explained that nutrition is at least 60% of fitness. Definitely the most important aspect. You could work out all day and then if you're eating garbage you're not going to get anywhere. So we really need to talk about nutrition. Now I'm not going to pick on you, but what I see with most people that come into the gym, there's three major problems with nutrition that they're having. A lot of this is just bad traditions, the way our parents raised us, the way they were taught, and the way we were taught. And as you know, it's not working. 1/3 of Americans are obese, another 1/3 are overweight. So obviously, some of these traditions and patterns we've set up in our society aren't really working. So we're going to talk about that today. First thing we do, most people, now if you're eating less than breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you're in big trouble. I'm going to explain why, but let's say you're a typical American and you're getting your 3 meals a day. Okay, usually we have breakfast somewhere around 8 a.m., lunch around noon, dinner around 5 or 6, right? Typical American family schedule. So, if I have breakfast at 8, how long is that going to last me? Okay? Well, about 10 a.m., about 2 hours, about an hour and a half to get through the small intestine. Most of that food is absorbed and processed within about 2.5 hours. So after 10 a.m., if I don't eat until 12, where am I getting my energy for the rest of that time? Muscle or fat? The blood sugar's gone. We talked about that in the other video. Well, what happens is your body starts attacking the muscle, okay? Because muscle's denser. Remember, it's a lot smaller, it's very dense and heated, so your body is going to attack that muscle. For those next 2 hours, we go into this red zone. It's called a catabolic state. So we start burning off our muscle, which causes the metabolism to slow down. Okay, and anytime we attack the muscle, those fat cells, which are much bigger, they start multiplying as a defense. It's kind of a survival mechanism for our body. When we go into the catabolic state, we're not only burning our muscle, but we're getting fatter. We're storing fat. So if you think of those little Africa babies you see in the commercials and stuff, they have no muscle, they're skin, bones, and fat. Well, that's kind of what happens to our body. So if you try the approach, I'm not going to eat and I'm going to lose weight, your worst nightmare is going to come true, because then when you do eat, your body's going to store that fat because your metabolism is slowed down and can't process that food. So this catabolic state is something you need to stay away from. So the first thing is our timing on the American family schedule isn't very good because we're not eating often enough. Okay, so we don't want to be catabolic. We want to go into what's called an anabolic state, where we're constantly building muscle and burning fat at the same time. So again, if we have lunch at 12, we're good till about 2. If I go 2 to 6 here, I'm catabolic again. I'm burning muscle and storing fat. So I'm getting away from my goals. Okay? As you can see, half the day, most people are in this catabolic state and they're burning off the muscle and storing fat, and they're getting away from their goal. Now, if I have dinner at 6, I'm good till 8, right? Well, here's the big question. Do I eat at 8? Do I eat at 10? A lot of people that I talk to that come into the gym say, no, we're not supposed to eat at night, right? It's kind of a half-truth, okay? Which brings me to the next topic. So, again, on timing, we need to be eating about every 2 hours, every 2.5 hours, okay? Now, if I eat at night, well, it really depends on the next topic, which is content. What do I need to eat? Okay, what is muscle made out of? Protein, right? Okay, most people's diets that I look at don't get near enough protein. If you're not getting the protein, which is your hair, your skin, your nails, all the stuff girls care about, and the muscles for us guys, you're going to eat your lean body tissue, you're going to eat that muscle if you're not getting it from your food. And so on content, we got to get protein. Okay, same goes for water, really important. You want to get protein all day long and lots of water. Okay, if you're not getting that amount, the right amount from your diet, you're going to get it from your muscle. Your metabolism is going to take a hit and slow down. So a lot of people say, oh, my metabolism is slowing down because I'm getting older, because I've had a baby. That's not it. It's really they're not taking care of their muscle. They're not working it out and they're not feeding it right. And so we lose the muscle and it slows down over time because day in and day out we do this. Now again, back to eating at night. We can eat the protein at night because what's your body doing while you're sleeping or while you're resting is it's repairing the damage you did at the gym that day and all the damage you did from walking around and beating up on your body all day long. So at night it's still okay to have that protein. It's actually really good to eat right before bed. You can have a protein shaker, some skim cottage cheese, piece of chicken. Your body will use that to repair the damage and build that muscle during the night and keep your muscle from burning, because we're extremely catabolic during the night. That's why breakfast is so important, because you need that protein right off the bat because you're eating your muscle. You should freak out. If you haven't eaten in a long time, like at breakfast time, you've got to freak out and get that protein to protect that muscle from burning off. Okay, so at night you can have the protein, but carbs, okay, let's talk about carbs for a minute. Carbs are for energy, right? So the way I like to remember the rule with carbs is don't eat them if you don't need them, okay? Because they're for energy, you kind of want to anticipate their usage. So if you got a big day ahead of you, have some carbs. You're going to go to the gym, have some carbs. Got a busy afternoon, have some carbs. You're going to go dancing, have some carbs. You're going to sit home and watch TV, not so much on the carbs and the fat. Same goes for the fat. You kind of want to anticipate its usage. You're going to bed, not so much on the carbs, because you won't. If you don't use them, they're gonna convert into fat. Okay, so you can eat at night, but you want to stay away from the things that most Americans eat at night: carbs and fat, dessert, ice cream, cake, stuff like that. Is the stuff you don't want to have at night, especially because your body's gonna store it. Okay, if you have to have a cookie or have to have some dessert, eat it in the morning. At least you got all day to burn it off. It'd be better to get that for breakfast so you have all day to burn it off a little bit. Okay? Okay, and the next thing that's really important is if I go from lunch till dinner, I got a 6-hour gap without eating. What am I probably going to do when I eat? I'm going to pig out. We feel like we're making up for lost time, like we're going to catch up. Well, the body doesn't work that way. What happens is, even when I get to that dinner and I haven't eaten in 6 hours, let's say your body needs 250 calories. But you're starving, so you eat 500. Now, if you eat out and go fast food or something, it's more like 1,000 calories per meal. But let's just keep it small for practical purposes. Okay? So if your body needs 250 calories at dinner time, but you eat and pig out and eat 500, where's that extra 250 going to go? Right to your bum, right? So it's going to go to fat storage, and it's going to save for later. Okay? So what we do here at Freedom Fitness is we help you with the timing. First of all, we look at your schedule and we figure out how often you need to be eating and give you some ideas about how you can do that. Now, a lot of you are really busy, and at work I know it gets difficult to eat. So there's a couple tricks, okay? One of the best 2 inventions for nutrition and saving your life is an Igloo cooler and Tupperware, okay? Tupperware is a great invention because you can carry food with you. This way you can have healthy food with you. I got my top sirloin steak here. I got some carrot sticks. I got some fruit. Let's see. Got a banana. I got some apples. And these are great too. I got some yogurt in here, some fruit. But when you really get in trouble, what I have a lot of clients do is get these protein shots are good, protein bars. These are things you can throw in your glove box in your car, you can carry in your purse and have with you for when you have emergencies and you're like, oh no, it's been 2 hours, I need to eat. You can pop one of these, they'll hold you over for a couple hours until you can get back in the kitchen or back to your fridge. Now if you have some Tupperware and stuff with you, or a protein shaker, you can just put the protein powder in there, shake that up, and that can save you for a little bit of time until you get to your next meal. Of course, you don't want to just use this stuff all the time. You want to stick with natural food as much as possible. But this stuff can really help you out. On our nutrition program, we do a couple things to help you out. Not only do we set up your timing, but we have a master food list. What's proteins? What's carbs? What's your good vegetables? How do you get good fats? Okay? We'll have a shopping list, which helps you design your meals and get the right stuff at the store, because you know what happens if you go shopping hungry, you spend too much money, get all the wrong stuff. So we have a shopping list, so you're getting all the good stuff, and it's all balanced out when you go to the store. So when you get home, you'll have a lot better chance of balancing out your diet as well. We have a calorie and protein intake calculator, so you can figure out exactly, well, how many calories do I need every 2 hours? Rather than just saying, okay, you need 1,600 a day, we'll tell you actually every 2 hours about how many calories to get, and how much protein to get. So you'll say, okay, I need 220 calories, 20 grams of protein, which really helps. And then we have you do a food diary so we can check on you every month and see what your issues are, see how many calories you got per meal, how much protein per meal, and we'll see if you're getting those times in there as well and getting those 6 meals a day. So if you're getting 3 now, try to go to 6 small. If you're getting 5 or 6 now, try to bump it up to even 7 or 8. Spread those calories out, and then you'll use them up as you go, and your metabolism is going to really kick in gear and help you burn off that fat. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at the website, and we'll talk to you later. How's that?